Hey Nindie fans, Tom here, and welcome to Bad North on the Nintendo Switch, one of my favourite Switch releases from last year. Now, Bad North is a real-time strategy game. It's like kind of minimalist, real-time strategy, and it came out last year, it came out last August, and to be honest, I've not seen enough on it. For what it is, it's a superb game. It's really easy to get into. And I've seen people kind of say it's like a strategy-like game, you know, because the elements in it aren't exactly the most complex. But what I hope to do with these kind of videos is highlight a little bit about the game and hopefully give it a bit more attention, because especially with WarGroove coming out recently, you know, strategy games are in the limelight, and Bad North is an example for me of a game which deserves a lot more attention. So, where to begin with Bad North? Essentially, you have to defend your islands, like your island homes, from Viking invaders. And yeah, all the islands kind of have this kind of style about them. This is the first one, so it's very like minimalist, like I said, very basic. But as you slowly progress, this game gets so chaotic, it gets really difficult. And I was so excited to play this game. But yeah, so there you go. So you win an island and you get coins based on how many houses you defend and the size of the house. And then you assign your points to your commanders. And then you head out, and then... So this is it. It's fairly simple. And it's a roguelite as well. So that's something to bear in mind. But yeah, like I said, I want to cover it a little bit because it's a really fun game. I do plan to get into the Banner Saga trilogy. I've got a physical copy, so we're going to be getting into that as well. But yeah, if you look here, the islands are actually randomly generated, so sometimes you'll get a really easy to defend island like this one, which is going to be so easy, because literally all we have to do is, you know, we've kind of got this choke point here, and we just need to wait for them to come up. So Bad North, you have 3 different units. You have pikes, archers, and infantry, and then these units which at the start, which are basically like militia. And they're just kind of like bog standard swordsmen. There's nothing too much to them. We're actually gonna... If this is later on, I'd probably be playing quite strategic, but it does a great job at kind of getting you in to, like getting you into the game quickly and, you know, at a gradual pace, and it's not too complex at the start. Some of the issues I do have, I wish you could make the start harder, because even on hard, the start is relatively easy, which can be a little bit boring, but still. I mean, most of the complaints I've seen about this game are kind of that it's quite simplistic, which is definitely true. I hope they're going to do some updates this year to kind of add a load more stuff to the game, because it has so much potential to be kind of much more... to me, it feels a bit like a time sink. Once I finished it, I didn't really go back to it a lot, because there's not much to it. Like, kind of once you do finish up, it is very much kind of, you know, despite being a roguelike, there's not enough there to kind of keep you coming back into it, but it's still a very worthwhile experience. If you love strategy games, I would 100% give it a go, because I've always preferred real-time over like turn-based, you know, stuff like Pikmin. I absolutely love Pikmin. Obviously this isn't exactly like Pikmin, but you know, that kind of strategy. So as you can see here, we'll get another 2 gold, and then we'll give that to one person. And then you continue, so you just go from island to island, defending them. If I show you the commanders real quick, actually, let me do that. So go to the next turn. Show you the commanders. Oh, is it not going to let me access them? No? Oh, there you go, like that. So you've got like 3 trees which you can build upon. But, you know, right now we don't have anything. So we're going to go... So if there's a question mark, that means that there's going to be an item on that island. You know, an item that you can collect and then use for various different things. So as you can see here, we've got kind of this hill, but there is a house at the bottom, so we're going to have to defend that. What I do quite like is that, you know, these islands are they're kind of like little dioramas. I do really like how this game looks. I think it looks so nice. You know, especially when you look really close at it, it's such a good looking game. And what's great is, you know, there's options to turn off stuff like the blood, which, you know, most people probably aren't bothered by, but you know, it's great to have that option. And when I reviewed this game on the website, I gave it a 9. In reflection, I'd probably drop that to like a, you know, in the new system we have, you know, I still would say I love the game, but that doesn't mean it's not, you know, I'm more than aware it's not like incredible, but I really love my time with it. Yeah, it came out, I was so excited, it shadow dropped, and I was like so excited to play it. And for me, it's probably the definitive beginner strategy game on the Switch, to be honest. I really think it's a great way to get into the genre, because it does enough to be enjoyable without complicating the experience too much. You know, you look at stuff like Civilization, and Civilization's a great game. I have no doubt, I'm not questioning that. But it's very intimidating for people who are new to a genre to look at that and kind of dive into it and be comfortable with it. Even stuff like WarGroove, you know, like Bad North definitely has these kind of like relationships between different units. So at the moment there's only like these really basic units, but once you get into it, you know, you do have pikes which are stronger against certain types of units and whatnot. But it never goes in depth like, you know, stuff. I mean, WarGroove is a fantastic game. WarGroove goes very in depth with its systems. Ring of Command, that's the best item to get. Yeah, WarGroove goes very in depth with its system, whereas Bad North is relatively basic in that it will showcase, you know, these kind of mini relationships between different factions, but it won't really expand them a lot. So the first unit we're going to go for, we're going to spend 6 and we're going to make an infantry, and we're actually going to increase the squad size. So the Ring of Command will increase the size of a unit once you get it. And in terms of island, so if you look here, the shape of the houses on the island determine how many coins they're worth. So this rum right now, it's got a square which is 3, a rectangle which is 2, and then a mini square which is 1. So that one's got 7, 8, whereas this one's only got, what's that, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to go for rum. We'll get Rum Island going, and then yeah, we'll get right into things. So this one actually has a lot of houses to defend, but as you can see, there's only actually one way up. So as long as we protect this front, we should be fine. And as you can see there, that's a unit. Now they've got shields, they've got helmets, and the one in the middle is your commander. So your units will obviously get killed, but as long as your commander doesn't actually die, you won't lose. And you have the options to evacuate and... So yeah, I guess this is kind of like breaking down the game, but playing it at the same time. So I'll try and actually show the... Okay, I'm going in on these guys now. So as you can see here, once this unit's dead, you can actually evacuate, that you can flee and protect your units. So sometimes you have to... I mean, the biggest, you know, the thing with Bad North is you can get overwhelmed very easily, and you need to be able to judge whether it's an appropriate time to completely evacuate or whether you need to stay put and, you know, battle it out and be able to succeed. But like I said, it's a great introduction to strategy games. So it's got enough there that it's not basic. It's just very kind of simple. Not in a bad way. But like I said, there's clearly a demand for strategy, you know, and I'm more than willing to kind of fill that gap. Obviously, like, more than anyone, I understand that the recent growth of this channel has been because of the WarGroove content, and that's great, and I'm really happy about that, and I'm happy to do more of that. But at the same time, I am interested in presenting other content and kind of being able to, you know, I want to focus on strategy because I understand that people are definitely interested in that. But I want to, you know, even within the strategy sphere of things, I do kind of want to showcase some other great games that maybe people aren't talking about enough on the Switch. So yeah, if you, like, let me know what kind of content you're actually interested in, because I'm really interested. If you want more WarGroove, then like I'm definitely going to be doing that. I've already started another guide, which I'm in the progress of finishing up as I'm recording this. But, you know, certain types of content do take more time than others. So I want to know that we're just going to bring this unit back because they're quite low. I want to understand the, I guess, the demand for different types within the same kind of sphere, if that makes sense. I'll give you 6 and give you 5. So obviously, yeah, this game isn't WarGroove, but it is a strategy game. So you know, if you're interested in WarGroove, you should probably be interested in this because it's a very similar style of game. We're gonna make this unit a pike. Pikes are great. If talking about pikes in WarGroove, pikes are very overpowered in WarGroove, and they're very strong in this as well. So I'll show you how pikes can be effective. If we drop a pike here, is there a way up through there? Yeah, there is. Okay. Say if we position a pike unit here, you can literally block off the entire map. You can block off entrances just by using pikes. They are so good. So like right here, we can put these pikes on the staircase, and this unit is not going to get up here. So yeah, just like in WarGroove, pikes are very strong in this game. Like look, they just send them back down. You can even send these guys in just to actually kill them. You know, like finish them off, but you don't really need to. You can just keep, yeah. If you look here, so they're archers, so what we're going to do, we're going to bring the pikes back. And we're going to wait, we're going to let them land, and then we're going to send in this infantry. So we'll let them land, and then boom, we're going to send the infantry in. And there you go. Get them, boys. So, you know, like I said, there's a healthy ecosystem, and then we're gonna hide them again. So, you know, it's like if you just went out with pikes, you would get destroyed. Which is like, yeah, you have to play smart. You know, I know some people do think Bad North is simplistic, but it's, you know, there's enough here, like I said, to really kind of... It's not simple, it's really not by any means. Alright, so this last unit, what unit is it? Is it a bow? Yeah, it's another bow. So like here, if we left this pit, like this spearman group here, they would get destroyed, so we're going to have to hide them. And especially later on, you kind of do grow to use the houses and the different territory as a defense, because if you don't, you're going to get screwed over. Right, let's send these guys in. There we go. Easy peasy, grass home victory, and we're going to finish things off right there with a victory. If you enjoyed this, please let me know. If you didn't, then, like, let me know, I guess. Please enjoy it, though. But yeah, if you're interested in more Bad North and other strategy games on the Switch, suggest more for me to check out, and I'll definitely do it. Let me know your thoughts on what other kind of content you want. Speaking of which, Lee's just gone on Exmorph Defense. That's another game which I'd be interested in looking into, because it's a really, really interesting game. It's kind of like tower defense strategy. But, you know, aside from that, that's all I guess I've got to say today. Thank you so much for checking this video out. If you did like it, be sure to leave a like. Let me know your thoughts, what we could be doing in the future. My name is Tom, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.